Hello everyone! Good day! I am Marce Kianne Calungsod, a fourth-year biology student from Northeastern Mindanao State University, from Black Pea. For this day, let's maybe open our minds and hearts to a topic that can give us awareness about these certain organisms. Are you excited? Okay, let's learn. In the spectrum of parasitology, this field focuses on understanding the relationship between a parasite and its host. A parasite is an organism that lives in or on another living organism, which is the host, and derives nourishment or other benefits from it during part or all of its life cycle. So now, let's talk about this one certain parasites that is really common for us. This parasite is commonly found outdoors, in wooded or grassy areas, where they attach to their host and begin to feed. And interestingly, this includes dogs, cats, rodents, birds, deer, and unfortunately, human. And this parasite is called ticks. Scientifically, ticks are blood-sucking, opportunistic parasites that attach to the skin of a variety of vertebrate hosts. Ticks are ectoparasites, meaning they live on the outside of their host body. Ticks have these parts that can help them to survive every day, such as they consist of a capitulum, which is the head, and a flattened oval-shaped body called the idiosoma. Like spiders and other arachnids, ticks are dorso-ventrally flat and have 8 legs and a 4 pair, though larvae emerge from the egg with only 6. Some ticks have a hardened plate on the dorsal surface called a scutum. On females, this scutum takes up approximately 1/3 of the dorsal surface and can be useful in differentiating tick species. On males, the scutum covers the entire dorsal surface and limits their feeding ability. The tick's mouth parts are located on the capitulum and are made up of the chelicerae and hypostum, which are used to penetrate and secure the tick to its host. During feeding, ticks secrete substances that help anchor it to the host and act as an anesthetic to mask the pain from the bite and prevent blood from coagulating. In addition, they have a hard exoskeleton. This tough exoskeleton made up of chitin, which protects them from physical damage and dehydration. This exoskeleton also allows them to anchor securely to their host. Also, ticks have sensory structures such as iris organs located on their front legs, which help them detect host by sensing heat, odor, and other cues. To add, ticks breathe through openings called spiracles located on the underside. This enables them to obtain oxygen even when burrowed under the host fur or feeders. Since ticks are efficient feeders and tenacious once attached, there is potential for transmitting disease. Some should be in the habit of performing tick checks after frequenting tick habitat. So same of other organisms, Ticks is organized into various levels from broader categories to more specific ones. So let's start. Ticks are part of the domain Eukaryota, meaning they have cells with a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Ticks belong to the kingdom Animalia, as they are multicellular heterotrophic organisms. Also, ticks are classified within the phylum Arthropoda, which includes insects, spiders, and crustaceans. Ticks are part of the subphylum Chelicerata, which includes arachnids, which specialize mouth parts called Chelicera. Ticks are members of the class Arachnida, along with spiders, scorpions, and mites. Arachnids have 4 pairs of legs and 2 body regions, which is the cephalothorax and abdomen. Ticks belong to the order Exodida, commonly known as the hard ticks. Hard ticks have a tough, sclerotized body and a specialized mouthpart structure for feeding on blood. Within the order Exodida, there are several families and genera of ticks, including family Exodidae or family Argacidae. Each genus contains multiple species of ticks, distinguished by the specific morphological characteristics, host preferences, and geographic distribution. If we humans has that we call the life cycle, from fetus and so on. Also, these ticks has this unique life cycle. They typically consist of 4 stages: the egg, larva, nymph, and adult. This cycle can take several months to years to complete, depending on the species and environmental conditions. Here's an overview of their life cycle. First, egg. The life cycle begins when a female tick lays eggs, usually in the environment. The number of eggs laid can vary greatly depending on the species, ranging from a few hundred to several thousand. The eggs are often deposited in sheltered areas such as leaf litter or cracks in the ground. Next is larva. After a period of incubation, the eggs hatch into larvae. Larvae have 6 legs and are typically very small and difficult to see within our naked eye. They actively seek a host for their first blood meal, which is usually a small mammal bird or reptile. After feeding, larvae drop off the host and molt into nymphs. Nymph. Nymphs have 8 legs and are larger than larvae. Like larvae, nymphs also seek a host for a blood meal, often a larger mammal such as a deer, dog, or human. After feeding, nymphs drop off the host and molt into adults. The last stage is the adult. Adult ticks have 8 legs and are the largest stage of the life cycle. Male and female adults usually feed on larger mammals, with females requiring a blood meal for egg development. After mating, females lay eggs and the cycle begins again. The duration of each stage of the tick life cycle can vary depending on factors such as temperature, humidity, and host availability. Some species of ticks may complete their life cycle in as little as a few months, while others may take several years. Understanding the life cycle of ticks is important for controlling their population and preventing the spread of tick-borne diseases, as different stages may pose different risks to humans and animals. We are already knew what is the morphological and taxonomic classification of ticks, added by what is their life cycle. For this time, we will tackle how ticks transmit diseases through a process known as biological transmission. Here's how it typically works. First, feeding. When a tick feeds on a host, it pierces the skin and inserts its mouth parts into the host's bloodstream to feed on blood. If the tick is infected with a pathogen, bacteria, virus, or protozoa, the pathogen can enter the host's bloodstream during feeding. Second, pathogen transmission. As the tick feeds, the pathogen replicates within the tick's body. When the tick becomes engorged with blood, the pathogen may move from the tick's gut to its salivary glands. When the tick continues feeding or is disturbed, it can inject the pathogen containing saliva into the host's bloodstream. Next is the host infection. Once the pathogen is injected into the host, it can infect the host cells, leading to disease. The severity of the disease depends on factors such as the type of pathogen, the host immune response, and the time of the attachment of the tick. Transmission efficiency. The efficiency of pathogen transmission by ticks varies depending on factors such as the tick species, the pathogen species, and the duration of tick attachment. Some pathogens, such as the bacteria that cause Lyme disease, require the tick to be attached for a certain period, usually at least 24 hours, before transmission occurs. Ticks can transmit a wide range of diseases to humans and animals, including Lyme diseases, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, anaplasmosis, babesiosis, and tick-borne anaphyllitis, among others. Preventing tick bites, removing ticks promptly, and controlling tick populations in areas where they are prevalent are important strategies for reducing the risk of tick-borne diseases. Additionally, we, the students, we are the prior power of this stand. We have the power to go research into vaccines and other methods to prevent tick-borne diseases. It is our responsibility. It is our power. It is a must. Remember, guys, it may seem little, but it is dangerous. Tick before you sleep. Thank you, and God bless us all.